Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take a whole stack of sources and really pull out the key stuff, those surprising facts and vital insights you need.
Yeah, your shortcut to being genuinely well-informed.
Exactly. And today we're diving into something, well, pretty powerful. The link between the words we use, our mindset, and how we tackle life's challenges. Big ones. Our sources are excerpts from Stoic wisdom, words to make the impossible possible, and our mission really is to explore how 8 specific words seen through that Stoic lens can shift how we see things.
And not just shift perception, but actually help turn what feels totally impossible into something, well, possible.
Right.
And the core Stoic idea here, it's fascinating, isn't it? It's this focus on what you can control, your thoughts, your reactions, and accepting what you can't.
Which is most external stuff, let's be honest.
Pretty much. But it's not about just giving up. It's actually a really proactive way to build strength, navigate life.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. So listeners should expect some practical short tips today. Insights for resilience.
That's the plan. Actionable stuff.
Great. Let's jump in. First word, resilience. We hear this one a lot. Usually means bouncing back, right? Adapting after a setback.
That's the common idea, yeah. But for a Stoic, resilience, it's a bit deeper. It's not just after the fall. It's about the transformation, the strengthening that happens during the tough time itself.
Ah, okay. So the struggle is the point, in a way.
Exactly. It's the forge, where character gets hammered out. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, he put it brilliantly. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage.
Wow. That's heavy.
It is, but he meant enduring hardship with integrity. It's that kind of bravery. So the Stoic challenge is see obstacles not just as roadblocks, but as real chances to grow.
Right. So less about dodging the hit, more about using the impact. Makes me think about, those awful projects at work or personal stuff that goes wrong. Instead of just gritting your teeth and getting through it, see it as like mental weightlifting, character training.
That's a great way to put it. Absolutely.
Okay. And once you start building that resilience muscle, the next big challenge is often just accepting stuff you can't fix. Which brings us to word number 2. Acceptance.
Yes, a huge cornerstone in Stoicism.
But doesn't that sound a bit passive, like just rolling over?
That's the common misconception, definitely. But Stoic acceptance is anything but passive. It's very active. It's about looking reality square in the eye, especially the bits you have zero control over.
Okay.
It's what they call the dichotomy of control. Super important. Peace comes not from wrestling external events into submission, because you can't, but from mastering your internal judgments and responses.
Right. Like, say, losing a job or a relationship ending. Awful stuff.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But resisting the reality, wishing it wasn't so, that just adds suffering. Acceptance means letting go of that fight. It frees up all your energy to focus on what you can do now, your choices moving forward.
So it's smart energy management, really. Stop wasting it on the unchangeable.
Precisely. And the payoff is huge. Less suffering, more resilience, like we said, and honestly, a path to real calm. It lets you move on with purpose.
Which leads perfectly into our third word, doesn't it? Because acceptance allows for a shift in perspective, another powerful tool.
Oh, massively powerful. How you choose to see things literally changes the experience.
It sounds simple, but it's profound.
It is. Shifting your viewpoint can turn what looks like a disaster into, well, maybe not something good, but something useful, an opportunity.
How does that work in Stoic terms?
The core idea is that events themselves, they're neutral, neither good nor bad inherently. It's our minds, our judgments that they call proheresis that labels them.
So a setback hits. I can see it as, I failed, this is awful.
Or you could see it as, okay, that didn't work. What can I learn? How can I improve? Which view actually helps you more?
The second one, obviously.
Yeah.
It really makes you stop and think, doesn't it?
It forces a pause. Ask yourself, how else can I frame this? Choosing that more empowering perspective, it gives you clarity, strength. It fuels growth.
Okay, perspective. Got it. Let's move to number 4, something often associated with Stoics. Courage. But maybe not in the way we always think.
Right. Stoic courage isn't really about not feeling fear. Everyone feels fear. It's about the mental strength, the fortitude to face fear, pain, uncertainty, and act rightly anyway.
Acting despite the fear.
Exactly.
Well.
And it's not just physical bravery on a battlefield, though that counts. It's also intellectual courage, facing hard truths, sticking to your principles when it's difficult or unpopular.
Can you give an example?
Think of Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, dealing with wars, plagues, betrayals, plus his own health issues.
Right, a lot on his plate.
Understatement. But his courage was shown daily in his commitment to his duty, his philosophy, confronting his own flaws in his writings. Or Epictetus, born a slave, physically disabled, yet he taught resilience, strength, lives with incredible dignity.
Wow, their lives really show it. That courage is vital for tackling things that feel impossible.
It truly is.
So how does this apply to us day to day? It's maybe standing up for what you believe in, even when it's awkward. Or pursuing a goal that feels intimidating.
Yes, or just facing a personal fear you've been avoiding. It's about disciplined action when retreating feels easier.
And guiding that action, helping us make those tough choices. That brings us to word 5, wisdom.
Wisdom. Crucial. And for Stoics, it wasn't just about being smart or knowing lots of facts.
No, what was it then?
It's more fundamental. It's about understanding the true nature of things, what really matters in life, and what's trivial or misleading. It's the compass for making sound, ethical decisions, discerning right from wrong.
Okay, discernment. That sounds key.
It is. Seneca said something like, the first step in wisdom is to discern what is false, the second, what is true. It emphasizes that search for clarity, for truth, over just going with the flow or believing what's easy.
So it helps you cut through the noise, navigate tricky situations.
Exactly. With a balanced view, leading to actions that are thoughtful and, crucially, virtuous or ethical. It's an ongoing practice, not a destination.
A practice. So something you do, not just have. That makes sense. You reflect, learn from mistakes, listen to other views.
Precisely. Building that capacity for thoughtful judgment day by day.
Okay. Now, shifting gears slightly, but still transformative. Word 6, gratitude. How does this fit into the Stoic picture? It seems softer.
It might seem softer, but it's incredibly powerful for shifting your whole mindset, from focusing on what's missing, what you lack, to appreciating what you have. Abundance.
And that makes you feel better, obviously.
It does enhance well-being, absolutely. Even simple things like mentally listing 3 things you're grateful for each day. It works. But Stoics took it further.
How so?
With the idea of amor fati, loving your fate, appreciating everything, even the challenges.
Loving the challenges, that sounds hard.
It is hard. But they saw hardships as opportunities, chances to learn, build strength, practice virtue. So gratitude wasn't just for sunny days. It was a tool for the storms, building resilience.
Okay, so it's not just be happy, it's find value and strength even in the tough stuff. That really changes things.
It completely shifts your perspective. Fosters positivity, yes, but also resilience. Leads to a richer life, even with its difficulties.
Right. Now for number 7, a word that maybe gets a bad rap today. Discipline. Sounds a bit harsh.
It can sound harsh, yeah.
Yeah.
But in Stoicism, it's not about punishment or rigid self-denial for its own sake. It's about self-control, self-mastery, consistency.
Consistency in what?
In adhering to your principles, in controlling your impulses, in focusing your efforts on your long-term goals and what you value most. It's actually essential for achieving anything meaningful and for living virtuously.
You mentioned Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius before. They exemplified this.
Absolutely. Epictetus, the former slave, lived his philosophy meticulously. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor, his meditations are basically a record of his daily practice of self-reflection and discipline amidst ruling an empire.
Wow. So they showed discipline is actually freeing in a way.
That's a key insight. True freedom comes from mastering yourself, not being a slave to impulses or external pressures. Discipline enables that.
Okay, so how do we cultivate this? It feels like a big mountain to climb.
Start small. Definitely. Set clear, achievable goals. Establish daily routines that align with what you want. A little exercise, some focused reading, meditation, whatever works for you.
Small steps build momentum.
Exactly. Consistency over intensity, especially at the start. It helps you push past distractions and actually move towards your goals.
Okay, discipline. Makes sense. And that brings us to our final word, number 8, maybe the one that ties it all together. Purpose.
Yes, purpose. So important. It's your why, your internal compass. It guides everything else, your actions, your decisions, especially when things get confusing or difficult.
Keeps you anchored.
Perfectly put, anchored. Marcus Aurelius, again, he wrote something like, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength.
How does that connect to purpose?
Because when you realize your power is internal, and you connect that to your core purpose, your reason for being, suddenly external chaos matters less. You know what you're aiming for. You can focus on that, on acting in line with your purpose, regardless of what storms are raging outside.
That gives your efforts meaning, doesn't it? Even the struggles.
Huge meaning. It empowers you to concentrate on what's truly important to you.
So the call to action for the listener here is reflect. Reflect on your own purpose.
Definitely. Take some time. What values really drive you? What kind of person do you want to be? What legacy, big or small, matters to you?
And then try to align your daily stuff with that.
That's the goal. Align your actions with those core beliefs. That's the path to a truly meaningful, fulfilling life, no matter what challenges come your way.
Wow. Okay, so that's our 8 words: resilience, acceptance, perspective, courage, wisdom, gratitude, discipline, and purpose. Quite a toolkit.
It really is. Each one offers a powerful way to approach challenges and, grow as a person.
So wrapping up this deep dive, the idea is that using these concepts consciously, daily,
It helps you build that mindset, the one that can really start to turn impossible into possible. It's a journey, of course. Self-improvement always is. But these Stoic ideas are incredible guides.
constant practice.
Always. So, maybe a final thought for everyone listening as you head into your week. Just consider this. Pick one of these 8 words. Just one. Which one resonates most with the challenge you're facing right now? And then ask yourself, how might focusing on that single principle for the next 7 days completely change how you approach that challenge?